So, what have we been doing for the past 4 weeks? Nicholas? What have we been doing? Okay, we've been going through the book of Galatians. So, we are at verse 3. We are doing verse 3, first part of chapter 3, sorry. So, past 3 sessions, the first session is introduction, then the 3 sessions, we did the chapter 1, chapter 2. So, for those who are here, what do you remember? Do you remember anything at all, if you remember something? So, what is Ben's title? What is Ben's title? Only one gospel. So basically, apparently, anybody watch the apparently video? Apparently, seriously? Okay, so Ben, for the first chapter and second chapter, basically Paul trying to set himself, try to explain himself, let me open my Bible, because a lot of people, those people who infiltrated the churches, right, they say that he is not the real apostle because he don't come from Jerusalem. He wasn't part of the 12, part of the original Jerusalem churches. They say he appeared out of nowhere and you are just preaching something that comes from man, but not from God. So you cannot call yourself apostle. So they are challenging his authority in the church. So Paul spent the first 2 chapters of the book anchoring his position as an apostle of Jesus Christ through revelation, through Jesus Christ, not from any other man. Like he, as you know his story, he was a persecutor. He was a persecutor of Christian believers, the early churches. He was like he was there when Stephen got stoned. He was there when the first martyr means Stephen. Stephen is the first martyr who got killed because of believing in Jesus. And he was traveling around advocating the persecution of it. Like he was one of the main people in the Judaism. So suddenly God appeared to him, as you know, on his way to Damascus, and basically his life changed from there. It turned 180 degrees. So he want to anchor that the fact that he is in fact the true apostle of Jesus Christ, and he, after that in chapter 2, he explained that the only way to receive the Spirit of the Spirit is not through the works of man, not through the works of the law, but through God. Because the Judaizers, they say that, oh, Jesus Christ is not enough, you believing is not enough, you have to perform the laws, you have to perform circumcision, you have to do circumcisions. Because these people are Gentiles. These people are Gentiles. They are not brought up in a Jew family, so they do not cut, basically. They do not keep the kosher rules, and they do not do all the ceremonial laws. So all these feasts that they don't practice. All these feasts they don't practice. So this bunch of Judaizers, they are Jews, and they come into the church. They say that through faith alone by hearing is not enough. You need to perform. You need to prove yourself. You need to prove yourself worthy of this salvation or this spirit that you are about to receive. So over here, Paul. Now we go into chapter 3, verse 1 to 9. Can I have somebody to read it? Carmen.
O foolish Galatians, who has bewitched you, before whose eyes Jesus Christ was publicly portrayed as crucified? Let me ask you only this. Did you receive the Spirit by works of the law, or by hearing with faith? Are you so foolish? Having begun with the Spirit, are you now ending with the flesh? Did you suffer so many things in vain? If it really is in vain. Does he who supplies the Spirit to you and works miracles among you do so by works of the law or by hearing with faith? Just as Abraham believed God, and it was counted to him as righteousness. Know then that it is those of faith who are the sons of Abraham. And the scripture, foreseeing that God would justify the Gentiles by faith, preached the gospel beforehand to Abraham, saying, in you shall all the nations be blessed. So then, those who are of faith and blessed along with Abraham, the man of faith.
Thank you. Okay, so verse 1, Paul starts very strongly. Foolish Galatians. Oh, foolish Galatians. Why he managed to sound angry without caps lock through text. So that's an achievement. So he rebuked the Galatians for their foolishness, for believing the lies, because Paul, he personally know that when they first heard about the gospel, when they first heard about the gospel, it was so real to them that even though they are not there during the crucifixion, Christ was portrayed as crucified in front of them. They managed to understand the fullness of his death and resurrection, and they became believers. So why suddenly they become like very legalistic to say, oh, I think we have to follow the law and we need to be kosher. We need to basically follow all these laws in order to receive the Spirit. So over there, and basically you see here, verse 1 to verse 5, these are a series of rhetorical questions that Paul throw to the Galatians. What is rhetorical? What is the example of rhetorical? Basically, he's asking the obvious, the very obvious. Like, for example, let me ask you only this: do you receive the Spirit by works of the law or by hearing with faith? The answer is obvious: by hearing with faith. So, the first part is like that, and the second part, verse 6 to 9, he goes back all the way to Abraham, reminding them that Abraham only needed to believe. He did not need to follow the laws, because during the Abrahamic time, the law weren't even given yet. They were given during Moses' time. So Abraham just needed to believe in God for God to count him as righteous. So this is like he's trying basically to justify, he's trying to explain justification by faith in these verses. So we are going to discussion in groups, and the leaders will guide us as we learn more about this verse lah. Okay.